But this is what President William Ruto had to say at Moses Kuria's sister's funeral service yesterday. And he said, Hawa tutawapanga watashanga. What do you make of that statement, Herman Manyora? But before you get to that, tell me, because Prof says that Jubilee leaders at State House meeting did not communicate anything. Did it communicate anything to you?
Of course, just confirm that our leaders are selfish. Certainly, as Mother Karua puts, we choose our leaders from a pool of the worst this country has. We choose our leaders from murderers, rapists, crooks, thieves. You know, we promote thieves, you know, this country. If you want to become a governor or something, an MP, you steal public money. Then go flashing it and we elect you. So they are selfish. When you see them there, it's, as my friend here says, in their stomach they are taking there. The other reason, of course, then what comes to my mind is that the president is perpetuating what I've said, politics. What image do you send as a president? At a time like this, I've said the president ought to be concentrating on working on the economy. Because people are suffering. There's so much hardship in this country. There's so much pain in terms of the cost of living. People are going back to school, I think, from today. And many parents don't know where to start. He
started yesterday.
You know, cancer is ravaging the country. People are watching loved ones die. So the people can understand you are trying if they see you try. But if they see you parading politicians, bringing them on your side, then to them, politics to you and 2027 is much more important than the suffering that they are going through. So that is a bad thing. Secondly, I look at the politicians and wonder, are they sure that things will remain the way? You know, when you rush one side, you must be sure that side is going to be what it is. The pendulum, we are in a state of flux in this country. The pendulum could switch anywhere. So where would you be caught when that pendulum switches? And finally, I want to tell the government side that they should not rejoice if they take leaders from Raila's side. Because what are the consequences? Is if you isolate Raila, because then you plugged all his lieutenants and, you know, his captains, his generals, you brought them on your side. So he's isolated. Then he becomes a dangerous animal. What does he do? He takes his case direct to the people of Kenya. And that's how you must understand Kamkunji, Jacaranda, and many more others. And that becomes a very dangerous thing. You can deal with the leaders. You can talk to them. You can buy some of them. But once people are angry and they have spilled into the streets, there's very little you can do as a president. So I think that's what I see about that. The other thing you said was what? There's something else.
No, I think you've answered both my questions.
Actually, me, I was surprised that the crowd, I didn't expect.
So the crowd at Kamkunji?
The crowd was big. I did not expect that because I think, naturally, because these guys have been in office for 6 months. So I would think that the Kenyans will still think that, hey, want to give them time. But that crowd is an indication that the people are beginning to realize things are not really what they would have liked them to be. I'm just saying this, the agent drops 1.1 billion in graft case against ex-NHIF boss.
Yes, that transpired yesterday.
Yeah, so dropping all these cases is another indication that we could be trouble economically, because I don't believe Waji took this case to court without convincing himself that there was sufficient evidence. So once you drop all these cases, you would expect that Haji would have resigned a long time ago. So a new person come and they started dropping them because Haji already dropped them ball when he took them to court. Because he took cases to court which he should not have taken to court.
Okay. So Tumeruka Charles.